Israel-Gaza War, history of the conflict explained. Tensions between Israel and the Palestinians date back decades, but what are the key issues? The Palestinian militant group Hamas launched an unprecedented assault on Israel on October 7, with hundreds of gunmen infiltrating communities near the Gaza Strip. About 1,200 people were killed, and more than 250 were taken to Gaza as hostages, according to Israeli tallies. More than 33,000 Palestinians in Gaza have been killed in air and artillery strikes carried out by the Israeli military in response, Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry says. More on Israel-Gaza war. Why there is a war, what is Hamas, and why is it fighting Israel? Gaza Strip mapped, life in Gaza under siege explained, the faces of hostages taken from Israel. What was Israel before 1948? Britain took control of the area known as Palestine following the defeat of the Ottoman Empire, which ruled that part of the Middle East, in World War I. The land was inhabited by a Jewish minority and Arab majority, as well as other, smaller ethnic groups. Tensions between the two peoples grew when the international community gave the UK the task of establishing a national home in Palestine for Jewish people. This stemmed from the Balfour Declaration of 1917, a pledge made by then Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour to Britain's Jewish community. The declaration was enshrined in the British Mandate over Palestine and endorsed by the newly created League of Nations, forerunner of the United Nations, in 1922. Palestine was their ancestral home, but Palestinian Arabs also claimed the land and opposed the move. Getty Images. A Haganah, Jewish underground, fighter just before the start of the Israeli War of Independence 1948. Between the 1920s and 1940s, the number of Jews arriving there grew, with many fleeing from persecution in Europe, especially the Nazi Holocaust in World War II. Violence between Jews and Arabs, and against British rule, also increased. In 1947, the UN voted for Palestine to be split into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem becoming an international city. That plan was accepted by Jewish leaders but rejected by the Arab side and never implemented. Soldiers of Allied Arab Legion forces fire on fighters of the Haganah, the Jewish agency self-defense force, in March 1948. And why was Israel created? In 1948, unable to solve the problem, Britain withdrew and Jewish leaders declared the creation of the State of Israel.